Welcome to the first of a series of videos that I'll be making for end of financial year for advanced payroll. This first one that we're going to look at is actually updating your reports, inquiries and pivot tables for what was provided by MYOB in the 2020 version, and also then updating this version with some of the improved inquiries and pivots that we've done to help with your reconciling of the payroll. Then we're going to replace the standard generic inquiries and pivot tables with our customized versions. After that, we're going to update the access to all these new features for the payroll role, and then a quick review of how to actually use these generic inquiries for the data and to be able to generate pivot tables. All right, and we can go to our advanced site. We're going to go to an area you probably have never been to, but it's going to be important to make this reconciliation a lot easier for you with regards to payroll. So we're going to go to our More Items, Customizations, select Generic Inquiry. Don't worry about whatever comes up on this screen at this point, whether it's blank or has something there, because when we come here to import from XML, it's going to update the particular number we need to update. So I've gone to the clipboard, selected Import from XML. I'm going to choose my file and go to the folder where you've downloaded these from our website. The one we want to start with is this one here, which says Pay Activity Detail Data XML. And open, upload. We don't need to worry about saving it because it already has, it's replaced and saved what we needed to have happen. We go back to our customization screen, come to pivot tables, and basically do the same process we just did for the generic inquiry. Come to clipboard, import from XML, choose file, pick the first of our pivots, open, upload, and pick our second one, import from XML, choose file, pick up the other one, open, upload. Don't need to save, that part of it's done. Next step, to do the access rights. More items, security. Now, check your users, say your own user, to see what payroll file you have selected for yourself. So I'll have a look at mine. So I'm in users and I'm clicked on that login and selected myself. If I come down the list, you will see that I have payroll user selected. You may actually not have one called payroll user, but only payroll people user. So this is going to determine which of the two roles you will need to update in this next step. Right, for me, it's going to be the payroll user, this one here. And I expect it will be something of a similar name. So let's go back to security. Access rights by role. Select the role. Go to the second tab. You see here, payroll user or people payroll user. Select payroll user for me. Click on your site name at the top And when you have a look, people here may or may not have this granted button selected. And it may or may not have applies to children. What you want to do is make sure that, yes, it probably will be, that it's granted, everything's granted in people, and that this applies to children tick box is ticked. Once that's done, you're going to save. The other thing you need to do is check your hidden, so it's the second hidden one, not the first one, but the second hidden. And go through and see what has not been selected. So you might find add contacts will need to be set to delete. Submit leave requests will need to be set to delete. And down the bottom you might find validation attempts and employee payslips. So you're just going to go down that list and make your selections and change them. You won't need to do this New Zealand one because this is only for New Zealand payrolls. And save. All right, and if I have a look here quickly at the people payroll user. All right, so this one for me would need to be updated. So I'm going to create, delete. I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to do this one here. I don't want this one. And I'll come down the bottom here. Delete. Granted. Save that. Check what's happening with my people. Oh, this one needs to be done. So I'm going to click my applies to children. What that applies to children does is actually feed down whatever setting from here you have at the top level and feed down through all the remaining levels of use. Now, you will know on your own site, hopefully, if you've got any special rights that you've granted in this area. But I'm presuming as payroll people, you will have given yourself or has been given you full access to all the areas of payroll. Okay. So that's done. So what have we got next? All right, we've done the generic character, we've done the access. Let's have a look at actually how to use these pivots. All right, so people, open your menu. You should automatically see these additional pay activity summary data, pay activity pivot, and the same here, pay activity pivot, pay activity data, ready to go. What you will need to do is, anywhere where you've got a pivot and a data, you will need to actually set your data first before you try to actually run the pivot over it. It's like exporting to Excel and then creating a pivot over the top within Excel. So let's have a look at this one. Pay activity detail data. All right, what we're going to do is have a look at the last 6 months of pay reports. So I'm setting the criteria for my set of data that I want to look at. I want to look at all my companies. So I'm going to remove that branch. And finally, I'm going to remove the new from this box to get my data up. So here's my data ready to go. Nothing else needs to be done at this level. All the rest happens over in the pivot. People, pivot. Here's my data. This one here is based around pay item. This one here is based around the payroll general ledger code selected in the pay runs. And these should reflect where they posted to in the general ledger. So the idea is that when you look at your payroll, you will see that salary and wages expense for that 6 months, that's the total I should see in my GL. For payroll clearing account, this is what I expect to see in my payroll clearing, etc., etc. Annual leave accrued. And over here, personal leave taken. Now, if you have a look here, personal leave taken, because this payroll is posting back to the personal leave taken account and not accruing, that is my total amount of personal leave actually physically taken by staff in the 6 months value. And it's gone to this account number here. So this becomes very powerful. What I can do here also is pull in my department. I'm just going to drag it, pull it in here. I don't see any sub-accounts being used, so I can drag it out. So what I can see here now is annual leave accrual by department. Salary and wages, what's being posted salary and wages by department. And also what pay items are being posted to there. If I come down my list, I will see more. Commissions, job keepers being done, top-ups being done, ordinary salaries, ordinary wages, overtime. All right, so they're all the things that have occurred for the various departments. And my super guarantees by department. If I come back to my item pivot, that really starts looking more at the pay items themselves and what's happening with the staff. So because there's no data here at the moment, pay item, that doesn't look good, does it? So I'll pull that up there. Okay. So that shows you how strong this new feature is. And again, I've got it for entitlement history data and pivots. All right. Now, that concludes this section for having a look at how these inquiries work. You certainly are welcome to contact us if you need assistance with this. And generally, we will do these updates for you, but I felt that this was very important as far as your being able to reconcile your payroll for end of financial year to actually have this little bit of extra control over these updates that we've also created for you. So please get in contact with us if you need more assistance.